Okay, I was thinking about just planning everything out, and then also thinking, why bother? So all this is going to get put on, and then we're going to tear it all apart once it's on the other end. So don't even know if this will work. But I figure, hey, turn a complete shipyard into a mobile station of some kind might have some amusement value. So anyway, I just got to figure out how to do it. The bottom line is that given the weight of this thing, um, it appears to be. Well, here, let me get in here. So I'm gonna turn a little bit here, get myself lined up, and then lock this on. So according to this, we are 20,950,380 kilograms. So 21 million kilograms. If my numbers are correct, by putting 8 thrusters on, I will have an acceleration factor of about 1.5. So anything above 1 is positive motion. So I think we'll see what happens here. So so that's good. The miner's locked in there because then she doesn't lose everything. What I was not expecting was a veritable boatload of materials, which is part of the, well, a big part of the weight, clearly. So the next portion was literally figuring out how to get everything mounted on here. So what I think I will do is finish this this end as far as let's see, 6. Yes, here we go, and get. Huh. That's a little strange. Oh, because the build state is very simple. It is, after all, built based on a build state. So maybe I will do 2 rows here, and so my idea is a 4 hydrogen thrusters along this bottom, obviously 4 along each side, and then they'll basically be stacked. So figuring out exactly how to do that is going to be a little bit of a challenge. And it appears as though the nanite factories are actually working behind me here, which is good, which may actually save me from doing an awful lot of welding. My original intention was to kind of build the platform like down underneath, which would be something that I could remove with a few choice welds, as it were. And of course I have this is going to be the challenge down here because we have the assemblers here. So maybe that actually is maybe that's a fair assessment here. So gyros. So I have very powerful gyros here. I do not know how many I will need. So I'm going to put 3 on each corner. 8. And then I will put armor block. Let's put 4 down here. So basically 4 on every corner. Whoops. So I guess for right now we will take 8, I'm going to take these corner pieces out, so I have my consistent 3 gyros on every corner. That way I have symmetrical moment force. 7, 8. I don't know if these 12 gyros are going to be enough or not. I truly have no idea. Okay, what did I say? That was 4, right? So I think, I know I'm being all wishy-washy here, but I think I am going to go ahead and build this underside platform specifically for so I'm just building the 4 corners right now, and then so we need thrust in really every direction, and you know, downwards thrust really isn't that critical, I don't think, but I want to be able to arrest all of the directional movement in every direction. So I'm literally, my concept here is to turn this into a ship. You know, no mysteries there. And figuring out exactly how to go about doing that, I haven't really, you know, again, I didn't really plan things out, even though I probably should have. All right, so get that out of there. Get my gyros. So gyro. And what I figure is that I will hang so along the sides here, because like everything else I need, well, by the numbers, I need 8 large hydrogen thrusters in every direction, which is really to say there's I have to exceed so 1 Newton of force will move 1 kilogram at an acceleration rate of 1. So 1, 1, and 1. So to get a positive acceleration rate, then I have to be greater than 1. So 1 is movement. So greater than 1 it then says I have positive movement in a particular direction. So if we work the numbers, so if if I remember, the large hydrogen thrusters have 6 meganewtons of force. So we have an order of magnitude differential between a newton and a kilogram. So I need to have 21 million newtons of force. So 6 divide by, well, 21 divided by 6, so 18, let me see, 6 times 6 would be, what, 36 meganewtons? So maybe we only need 6. Positive thought. Either way, we'll go with 8. 8 is better than 6. Wow, we've got a lot of things turned off there. All of them are turned off. There's not a single sorter that is on. Alright, sorry, babbling. Sidetracked. So, get this piece in the corner. 2, 3, 4, and change to my other toolbar so I can get the gyros down, welded, and welded. Oh, I love these elite welders. These are really cool. Alright. So the problem on this side is the landing pads. Alright, so just out of curiosity, I don't know if I can here. Got no movement. But I don't know if if there would be. After all, we are talking about a significant amount of force here. Alright, so this is our base over here, so this becomes our Alright, so my intention will be to connect on above. This is like my mount line. I don't think it will let me put alright, so let us just because blow a hole into that one, 6. So this is our corner. So this is where we will have our thrusters out here. In the case of this one here, we're actually going to extend out. So I'll have a couple tanks out here, and then we'll literally have an up thrust and a down thrust. So between the 4 and 4 on each end in both directions, we'll then have our ventral and dorsal force. So our thrust force should be just fine there. And then gyroscopes are going to be the next challenge, because I truly don't even know how to calculate such a thing. Because force with gyros is not a linear force application. It's a moment arm application. So you are applying force in a twisting motion, which is the whole point of a moment arm. So, am I getting that right? Yeah. So, in that case, not knowing where not knowing how much force is applicable to make this thing spin is going to be interesting. Now, the other side of the equation is that I was trying to move things from the cockpit of the miner, and it may not allow me to do that. You know, that may be what the real problem was. Is that it's looking for, you know, a different miner. Can I control the big ship here from the miner? And that the answer may be no. So that you know, I had intended to put an actual cockpit on. So the good news is, thankfully, I have the nanites helping me build this, which is actually kind of neat. There where I was lost and trying to figure out, okay, why are my heights and stuff not lining up? Where did I screw up? And actually I didn't. This portion had not been built yet, so it looked off, because it is. All right. So the good news is that I've got these 4 anchor points that I will be able to chop off and take off the whole thrust package portion of this if everything goes as planned. And of course, with engineering, nothing ever goes as planned. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. supposed to be an armor block. And you know, the other thing is I'm using light armor, and I mean, I suppose if I were really, you know, reality here, I would be using heavy armor, because this is application of a just boatload of thruster force that is going through light armor blocks. So stress factors and everything, given real world physics, may be a challenge for such a structure. On the flip side is, don't know that it really matters. Alright, so the good news is we have a bunch of surface area that we can utilize. Now, what I don't know here is, do I want to try and be symmetrical? Do I just want to put stuff in? So there was a 3 gap there, and a 3 gap here. Really challenging on myself here. Why am I doing that? 8 armor block. 5. We're gonna put that there and this here. If I were to draw another one right down the middle here, then I'm not sure if it would be, well, this is a split. Okay, but there's my 4. So 4 on each side. For making 8. So there's 1, 2, 3 blocks. I can get 8 in here. So that is 1, 2, 3 blocks. So this one should be here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2. 2, 3, 5. Conveyor in the middle. That would be my 3rd block, so that's there. 3. Uh-oh, blew it. Okay, so 1, 2, there's 3. See how this lines up. So 2, 1, That is the symmetry we got. Alright, so how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so let's just for sake of well, how about do 2 on the ends and see where our that'll work. So there's our 5, 6, 7, 8. So looks a little wonky, but it is what it is, as they say. Right, and we will mirror exactly what we have done elsewhere. So that 3 blocks, 1, 2, 3. Started over here. There. So we do a 2, 1, 1, 2, 5 there, and we skip 2. And skip 2. Do 3. Oh, freezing. There's 2, 3, and that one should be there. 1, 2. Gap, and we should have one more 3 gap here, and should be right there. All right. So to be consistent, I'm going to put oh, come on. shit. You have your face in what you're trying to build. Obviously the designers of this game don't play the game, so they don't realize all this stupid shit. Not being able to extend out like you could in creative does not make any sense to me. Ends are going to be part of the challenge because I need to get out beyond the top of this, which I think I am here. So we need actually 2 tanks out here on the ends. So with these, the plan with the end, so again, if numbers are correct, and the world physics here holds true to real life, which has yet to be seen in most cases. Then we will have 4 hydrogen thrusters down, which is right now everything in front of me is down. So if I were to turn over, my feet are actually facing this station's up at the moment. So alright, so we have now hydrogen thrusters. We need the big hydrogen thrusters, which are going to mount right there. So there's 1 and 2. 3, 4. 2 makes 6. Seven. And 8. Then and 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh, I'm gonna run into issues here. 4. Alright, those are in the cone, which may or may not be a problem. We have a solution. The 4th one goes there. I personally like symmetry, but alright, so pull out my welder here and start welding. This one? Oh, okay. All right, so one more up here. All right, so that is 8 thrusters aft, 4 up, 4 down, relative to the ship, of course. 8 on the outside here, which are just this side. And again, the stupidity of having to be so entirely close. So I don't need any up or down here because these are just my side thrusters. I have up and down taken care of on the ends. Reality is I don't need to power the thrusters for the entire 500 something kilometers, 600 kilometers, because I can just turn off inertial dampers. This is space. I have no acceleration that's fighting against me, or rather gravity that's fighting against me, so all I have to do is get this damn thing moving. If we can do that, then alright, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Probably a good thing these aren't connected to anything. With my face in the middle of a large hydrogen thruster. My faceplate would be welded down to a little puddle of goo, probably including my face. Alright, there's the 8. Now we just have to mirror what we did at the end over here, which is actually not very hard. So, because it's easy, let's just put these on the top. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6 downwards. And 8 downwards. Whether this is after or now, I have no idea. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, and the bottom ones, and then this should complete our thruster package. Alright, so we are 1, this one goes out here. housing steel plates. But that's fine because I need to replenish my energy anyway. So this is a good place to stop, take a nice break, figure out how I'm going to plumb everything together, and then we'll go from there. So Commander Kenti signing off.